If I had to name the single biggest opportunity for creatives between now and 2030, it's not a new platform, it's not a new tactic or a trend, it's definitely not AI, it's not even something new, but it is something that us creatives are not doing enough. In this video, we're going to talk about why something so simple can have an outsized impact on your creative career and why it matters now more than ever. Hi, I'm Steve and I've founded Futureative to create a platform for creative voices so we can all come together to tackle the biggest problem in the creative industries, building a sustainable creative career that's fit for the future. So the biggest opportunity for creatives today, creative people coming together, learning from each other, sharing what works, planning together, finding ways to partner and collaborate, discussing problems and exploring solutions. Okay, maybe this is not that mind-blowing to you. It's not even really meant to be. This opportunity isn't new. In fact, the creative industries are kind of built on it. It's usually how we come up with anything creative, how we form a band, how we make music together, how we find crew and make a film, or find people who want to put on a festival or an event. My point is, creatives are awesome at collaborating on the creative work, but I just don't think we're active enough in collaborating on our careers, on solving the problems that our industry faces and the problems and challenges that we all collectively face together. I really think we're leaving things too much up to chance. As soon as there are challenges or obstacles in the industry, we sort of find ourselves relying on like cultural organizations or labels or industry associations to work on those problems for us, while creatives are kind of busy just doing the work and hoping that it all sort of pans out. And maybe we go and connect at conferences like Big Sound or South by Southwest, we make some connections, we leave, and we come up with some ideas and we share things together and we come up with solutions, and then we sort of all go back to our careers and our lives. And I'm not saying that there aren't a lot of people out there doing awesome work, trying to solve the problems in the creative industries. There are, and you very much might be one of them. But I still think we can do more. For starters, I think we can do a better job of organizing right now. Coming together and being organized, talking about the challenges that we're all facing in the creative industries, because they are massive and they are too big for any one person or company to solve on their own. The problems that we're facing don't kind of get solved by like an out-of-the-box solution or a company kind of launching and coming up with one new idea. No, there's some big shifts need to happen in the creative industries. And I'm sure you feel that. If you're still watching this, I'm sure you've kind of been thinking about this, how much change is happening in the world and how much it sort of starts to feel like it's almost out of our control. As a creative person, I'm kind of filled with hope pretty often though, when I see threads take off on social media, or when I see people coming together around a problem at a conference and getting really passionate about it. I know there's so many people out there who are passionate, have great ideas. And it's when we have those conversations, things really start to kind of kick off. I think we need to do this more. Look, if I just reflect on creativity right now, I kind of feel like creative careers are stuck in this weird no man's land. Like there's been all these technological advances over the last 20 years, and there's this modernization of creative economies, and yet we're still here trying to prove the value of creativity to the world. We're still here with unclear pathways for emerging creators, and we're here where the platforms and changes in the industry just seem to constantly favor the mega stars, rather than being something that's actually helping us cultivate an industry where anyone who calls themselves a creative person can actually go and be creative, grow a career, put projects out, get support and funding. We're not building something where people can kind of enter and have a crack. We're building something that feels exclusive and exclusionary and is putting success over education and support. And here in Australia, it can be even worse, where we too often think that someone else's gain means our loss. We treat success like a limited resource. But we need to be growing the industry by sharing what's working for us so we can all take part, rather than hiding those hard-won lessons and kind of contributing to a shrinking industry. On top of this, add into the mix the huge amount of global investment in technology that is being built to replace human creativity. I'm sure you've been thinking it too. We as a society and as an industry have a real fork in the road moment ahead of us. The question is, do we continue on as we have done for another 100 years or so, building and supporting creative business models that so often put profit ahead of creativity? Or do we come together more often to find ways to upskill together, to get organized, to collaborate, find some common ground so we can campaign for a creative industry that's built for a new era? The one thing we have against us the most is how isolated independent creatives are from one another. And what happens in isolation? Nothing happens. When we're around other creative people like us, we learn faster, we find direction better, and doors open up. You see what's working for others, you get feedback on your ideas, you discover opportunities you never would have found alone. That's why I've always loved going to major conferences. The problem is, finding those people on a day-to-day basis can be pretty tough. And often we find creative people, I think, sticking to their own lane, partly because of this. Musicians hanging out with musicians and podcasters hanging out with podcasters. But our industry is so cross-disciplinary and our skills are increasingly valuable to each other. It's almost like we're gatekeeping these opportunities from ourselves when we could be coming together and sharing skills cross-discipline more often. When I think about what creatives need to navigate the next decade, 3 areas keep coming up for me. And creativity is obviously the most important one, producing the best work possible. Launching is the other though, bringing our work into the world and getting people to stand up and take notice that we exist. And then finally, trends and changes. I think we can do a better job of tracking and monitoring the trends of the creative industries so that we can make smarter decisions about how we're building our careers. To make our best creative work, we need to learn practices and skills from each other. To launch that work effectively, we need to learn modern marketing that's built for tomorrow's world. And to adapt to the future, we need to have discussions around what's happening in the industry, understand the world we're moving into so we're not blindsided when something changes. That's why Futureative exists. I'm on a mission to bring creative people together to organize around the ideas that matter to us and our creative careers. We can all start this journey today. So here are a few notes, the things that I've been doing myself to kind of reignite that creative spark. Because at the end of the day, to build a more creative world, it all starts with us. So that project that you've been putting off, ask if it's time to just put it out into the world. Maybe you've had a potential collaborator in mind, but haven't got past that first catch-up. Why not reach back out, make it happen? If you're missing some inspiration or direction, why not go study someone else's work, stuff you don't usually look at? It doesn't have to be in the same field as yours to bring you value, and you'll find insights you hadn't seen before. Why not start more conversations with peers, other creative people? Talk about what success looks like. Talk about the planning and the money side of it all. These conversations help you all work out what's right for your career. And it's totally normal to have different paths. Maybe sharing your work in progress more. This is something that I'm actively working on as I record this. The more we put our work into the world, the more others can become part of a shared story. We need to let people in so we can build people around us. Welcome. I'm riffing on all of these reminders for myself mainly, and I want to share them with you in case anything is kind of sparked by it. The point is, the opportunity to take that next leap in your career, as I'm trying to do now, whether you're mid-career and navigating the future, or maybe you're early on and still angling for that first breakthrough, it doesn't matter where you are on your career trajectory. The opportunity, I think, is for us to come together more and to find ways to collaborate, to build stronger networks, to share and learn from our hard-won knowledge, and to try to create more opportunities for each other. It's big, it's lofty, it's not even that clear. I just dream of a more creative future where anybody who calls themselves a creative can be a creative. And my contribution to trying to solve this, at least somewhat, is going to be some online conferences coming up over the coming years. I've always loved the opportunities at physical conferences, being able to connect with people in real time and get lessons and insights. And I think the opportunity with an online conference today is we can have them more regularly and we can have more voices more often. So I'm really excited to be bringing that to you. But of course, this is only one part of what I think the creative industry needs. I'm trying to create a platform, that's one bit, but everything honestly starts with you and your work and how you involve others. So I'll leave you with this. If there's somebody you haven't connected with in the while, another fellow creative person, why not reach out to them now? Or maybe there's this project you've been sitting on that you're just kind of waiting for the right time to move forward on. What if that time was now? My point is, the next leap starts with you. And I suppose maybe this is, again, just another reminder to myself as I try to bring Futureative to the world. And I hope you'll join us. I hope you'll be a part of this platform and network and place of shared knowledge. And I'll be really looking forward to getting to know you. So if you want to learn more about what we're up to, check our links, get involved. It'd be great to meet you. And if nothing else, I look forward to seeing more of your creative work in the world.